This is Christina.
And this is Yannick.
And
we're from This Height. We're going travelling! So we've decided we're going to venture and see what the world has to offer. And that's why we're bringing this video to you today. Why is that, Yannick?
Because we are going travelling!
We said that already. No, what is the real reason we're bringing this to you?
Because
serious now.
We have a big issue.
A big issue. And what is that issue?
Backpacks.
Yeah. So, backpacks.
Backpacks.
Choosing a backpack is not as simple as you thought. Honestly. We struggled a lot.
We did.
Most of all, we struggled finding information about backpacks. And so, we thought, after all our research and learning and finding out about what different backpack you should use and why and what different features it has and all this craziness, we thought we'd give you a lowdown on what you need to look for. So you don't have to go anywhere, you just have to go from This Height, bam, backpacks. So, the first thing we're going to tell you about, what you need to look for when you're finding your backpack, is comfort. Obviously, what are you going to say, backpack?
Okay, comfort.
You remind me of Dora Explorer. It goes, backpack, 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 backpack. Once more.
Okay. So comfort.
Yeah, it's really important. You're going to be carrying your backpack around with you for a long, long time.
Yeah, like 20 kilos is going to be on your back, so you want to be comfortable, right?
Yeah. So the first thing I would look for when looking at comfort is really good hip belts. Hip belts are the straps that go around on your hips. You'll see them on a lot of the backpacks you take travelling, just because they take about 80% of the weight instead of putting it all on your shoulders. They need to be really springy, they need to be really padded and really hug your hips so that it really holds all that weight. You can get really flimsy ones. The majority of the flimsy ones are the ones that kind of strap up so that they don't get caught in the, what is it called, like at the airport where it goes round and round and round.
What is it called?
I knew it the other day. This conveyor belt.
Conveyor belt.
So it's like a safety mechanism, but it actually you get less quality in the hip belt when you do that. So I would try and avoid it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So just make it really padded.
If you're like sort of less or more than 20 to 40 inches, you can get these ones that have interchangeable hip belts, so you can get one that will fit you.
Then you need to look at the normal straps of a backpack, so your shoulder straps. They need to also be padded because they're going to be carrying about 20% of the weight. So make sure that you are looking at them for comfort.
Yeah. On the shoulder strap, there's a sternum strap. Now what the sternum strap does, it connects the two shoulder straps together, so one, they don't fall off your shoulders, and two, it keeps the bag tight to you, so if you move side to side, that bag's not going to swing too much, you're not going to fall over, it gives you great stability. And so that is something that you should look for.
They also can adjust, you'll see that, because obviously we all have different chest sizes, some of us are quite much smaller than others, so they move up and down so that it doesn't sit on a really uncomfortable bit of your chest. You'll see it on just on the side, so look for that as well, because it's a really good
The better bags are the bags that have adjustable everything, like you can adjust the strap size from the top, strap size at the bottom, the hip belt. Those are the best ones because they really will fit to you, because everybody's different, you know. So if you've got ones that are just stationary, it's not going to be as good as having adjustable ones. The last kind of strap
is the
load lift.
The
load lift is a strap that basically connects the top of the strap to the frame of the bag, and what that's going to do is it's going to pull the bag forward, allowing for stability. So it's not going to lean back, and you're not going to feel like you have to lean back or pull forwards. And then all that weight of the bag on bad ones that don't have the load lifters, it's going to put all that weight onto your lumbar region. It's just going to pull downwards. It's not going to be very good or comfortable. So, frame type. Now there's 3 different types of frames. You've got internal frame, you've got external frame, and you've got frameless. So
frameless is quite simple. It's frameless, doesn't have anything in it.
It's literally just a bag with shoulder straps on it. Sometimes it has a hip belt, sometimes it doesn't even have a hip belt.
Yeah, so just a bag. And then you've got external frames.
Now external frames are, well, they have an external frame. They're literally a bit of metal or, you know, wood sometimes, that is, you know, yay high and has the bag loaded onto it. So when you walk, you can see the frame, literally see the frame on the outside. Negatives of a
doesn't look as pretty.
It doesn't look sexy and sleek, that's for sure. It doesn't hug the body like nicely.
I don't like the look of them.
Negative number 2?
It can be uncomfortable.
Yeah, I mean, it could be fairly uncomfortable. Basically, these are designed for vertical loading. So if you need to if I need to hide a body, put it in my bag, you know, you're carrying around what you're.
Don't tell them.
Okay, so you know, if you need to carry a lot of weight, they're great for that, because they literally, all that weight is going to sit on your hips and it's going to be so solid. But if you've got to move through people, traffic, climbing up mountains, walking down slippery slopes like ice or something, nah, it's not very good for that kind of stuff. You can get caught in trees in the jungle and shit like that. So,
which is why internal frames are the most popular backpack, because when you're travelling, you've got the backpack on you, it's slimline, you're going to be able to move through the crowds and you're going to be able to like carry it for a longer period of time, and just it's kind of more movable. That's why they're so good. They're more I think they're more comfortable. They look better.
Yeah, they do look better. They are more comfortable.
And they're just so they just really hug your body. So wherever you go, they go. They have a lot of like ways of making it really fit you to make it more comfortable.
I mean, on paper, the only benefit of an internal frame is that it looks kind of cool and it does hug your body, but there's no real actual benefit of it. I mean, it doesn't really hold too much weight. Like, you couldn't put more than 30 kilos, probably not even that. But they are just better for what you would need it for, what we would need it.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah,
if you're going backpacking, just travelling around countries and not climbing like a mountain, internal frames are the way to go.
So practicality, what does that mean? How practical is your backpack, you know? Like, when you're out there, are you going to be searching through your stuff, or is it going to be tucked at the bottom? How are you going to deal with all that stuff?
How easy it is to use, I'd say.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So we got 2 different backpacks, didn't we?
We did, because we couldn't really agree. We just went, do you know what? Get your own, make your own decisions. So basically, when you're looking at backpacks, it will have, on lots of the details, it will have front opening. Now, front opening means that you can get into the backpack from the front. You will always be able to get in it from the top. It's called a top loader, and 9 times out of 10 there'll be a bottom zip that you can get in from the bottom. But when you've put all your stuff in and you need to get that one thing in the middle, you have to get everything out with a top loader and a bottom loader to be able to get to it, or like fill all the way through it.
Yeah.
So I went for a J opening. Now, a J opening means that it looks like a J, so the zip goes like a J. You can get D opening, which means it's a full D that you can lift the flap open, or you can get, I think is that?
You could probably get all kinds of fancy ones.
Who knows?
A U opening.
It just means front loading. It will say front loading is what you need to look out for.
It might say J, like
J. It might J zip loading. So I went for that because I'm a girl and I feel like I need to get to my stuff really quickly, and I'd probably be panicked if I couldn't, or like when you get to a hotel, I don't want to be like trudging out everything. So I went for a front opening, but Yannick went for something different.
Well, I just went for the top loader, only because if I can get my stuff in the middle very easily, then so can everybody else. So I'm a bit of a security freak, so I went for the top loader because I just felt like, you know, it doesn't bother me if I have to take out 3 pairs of shorts to get to my 4th pair of shorts.
We'll see about that.
It really don't bother me. If I'm going to be you know, changing. I'm going to be changing in a hotel room or something, hopefully.
So also in practicality, you just need to think about is compression straps. They will compress all your stuff so that you can just tighten it all up and make it look like nice and...
Yeah, I mean, it makes it so much less bulky
solid.
if you can, like, compress it all. So, yeah, no, it's really helpful. You've got to look for a bag, really, that's got a lot of different, like, things on the outside that you can strap up, like, you know, just to put the extras out there. Like, I'd put, like, heavy shoes. I wouldn't put them in the bag. I'd tie them on the outside of the bag, you know. Like, things like that, like bottles, and just things that aren't necessarily good for in the bag, like bulky or weird shapes. I'll only put things that will, like, fit in the, you know, like roll up and put in the bag. Everything else I'll just whack on the outside. It doesn't bother me.
The other thing you need to think about is, that most bags nowadays have, is a waterproof MAC thing that goes over the top. In a lot of them it's in the top bit, and you just pull it out and you just wrap it around, and it just, if you're caught in a shower off guard, you can just chuck it over the top and it just keeps it dry for you, so that you don't get, your stuff doesn't get, like, soaked. Yeah,
a lot of people just put them on anyway, just even if it's like, because we're going in monsoon season, so I plan on just putting it on the top.
It's an extra security as well.
Anyway, just to have it.
Stops people from going in the front zip.
Yeah. Well, there you go then.
There we are.
You figured that one out. Just quickly, so the different sizes that you've got to look for are roughly anything under sort of 30, 40 litres is your sort of weekend, maybe 5 days kind of trip. 60 litres is your kind of month trip. 70 litres, it's not really a time frame, it's more about which kind of hiking or camping that you're doing. You know, if you need, like, big thick winter stuff, and, like, you know, you're going skiing, or you're going, or really solid a lot of equipment like camping gear, then you need 70 plus. 60 you know, if you're going for a year, you can use 60. You don't necessarily need the extra space if you're going to a hot country. If you're going to cold country, you might need the extra space. So 60 litres if you're doing, like, you know, like more than sort of 2-week travelling kind of thing. Well, probably no, like, you
can get away with smaller, but I would say 60. You are able to carry it, and you're able to get quite a lot in it. And you know, if you buy stuff out there, you kind of want to have the space to put it in. A lot of people go for smaller so you don't have to pay for luggage on airlines. That's why they do it, like cabin baggage allowance or whatever. But
I think it's a bit too small personally.
It's up to you. If you feel like going for a challenge, do it. Why not? Let us know how you get on.
Also, in terms of gender, the size of my straps and hip belt is completely different to the size of Chrissy's.
So what you'll see on the screen now is me measuring Yannick's torso. This is really important when you're picking out your backpack. So you need to get your partner or whoever you're measuring to just bow their heads, so you can see the prominent bone that sticks out at their neck, the nape of their neck. Then you need to ask them to put their hands on their hips, and the two thumbs will point inwards, and that's the line from where you measure up to the nape of the neck of the bone. So you need to measure in inches. Normally it's done in inches, and that would tell you which size of backpack you need. They're women's ones, they come small, medium, extra large, large, extra large, men's do the same. I went for a small in women's, because again it's still adjustable within small, and so on and so on. But I would definitely go for a female. I think it makes such a difference because we're so different in size and everything. You can get unisex ones, but it's not as specific a fit as... Thank you for watching our video. Please subscribe below, and
like, share,
give us a thumbs up,
comment,
please. And yeah, let us know if you want to know anything about our just us, really. And we'll see you very soon. Thank you, bye.